Hey there. I know I usually have somebody with me, but today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's a little more personal. And I didn't want to call anybody out or have them share their story that they're not ready to share yet. So, on behalf of kids that did not get into college, let me just tell you a couple little things that I found out both from watching it happen as well as from my friend that is a admissions advisor. So the very first thing that I want to tell you about is the application process and the importance of being honest on an application. One of the things, oddly enough, that you're about to find out that you have to disclose on a college application is whether or not you have received any traffic tickets. Interesting, right? So I've always been told that the colleges are just trying to assess whether or not you're a risk taker. So they are really looking at what the traffic tickets were for. So if you have a couple minor ones, I doubt it's anything like mine. I have been pulled over for going too slow on the highway. And quite honestly, it was one of those beautiful mornings. I was driving down to work and just really enjoying like the scenery, the trees were flowering, and I was thinking about my day. And maybe I did need to be stopped just to remind me for that reminder that I was on the highway. But I don't think I really actually was going that slow. I'm pretty sure I was going the speed limit, but I did get stopped. I didn't get a ticket, but I did get stopped for going too slow. Probably not your story. If you got pulled over, it might have been for not paying attention to how fast you were going, or maybe using your phone while you were driving, or not having your seatbelt on, which I don't think either one of those are primary stops. So one of the people that I have worked with, one of the kids that I've worked with in this most recent past, she actually hit a parked car in a parking lot, and on her application, she didn't disclose that the police had gotten involved. And on her application, she didn't say that she had received a moving violation ticket. And I think honestly, from asking her why and what her motivation was, it was really like, well, I didn't want them to think bad of me. I'm not that type of person. She had everything else going for her. She had taken every AP class at the high school possible. She had done early college, which meant that her senior year, she spent the entire class period all day long on a college campus. She had an outstanding GPA. She was captain of the swim team. She was like a model kid. She worked a part-time job going through high school. I mean, just the sweetest thing in the world. And she just didn't want them to think bad of her because she had done something human. Well, they didn't like the fact that she didn't disclose her parking ticket and sent a question back instead of an acceptance letter. She got a question about why she didn't disclose that. And she had to go through a whole process of explaining why she didn't disclose that in the first place. So I think the important thing, it's not just parking tickets, it's, disclosing all the things that you think that they're going to think bad of you. Your college, your dream school is going to think bad of you, but the truth is they're going to think a little bit worse if they find out the hard way that you didn't tell the complete truth. So just like your parents have always taught you, the truth is always the best. So that's the very first thing that I want to kind of warn you about on your application. Now let's talk applications in general. Another young lady that I worked with, just a stellar kid. I really, really loved her. So we were working together, but she had it in her head that the only place that she was going to apply was this one state school, this Florida State. That was the only place she wanted to go. That was it. She couldn't see herself at any other college campus. And mind you, she had toured several college campuses throughout Florida. She just fell in love with this campus of Florida State. And she didn't apply anywhere else. I mean, I couldn't get it through her head to just apply to other places. Like, what if you have to do a year here at, close to Tampa at USF and then transfer? What if you do a semester and then transfer? Let's go. Please just think about some other places. She had it in her head, absolutely not. And she studied her little head off and we worked together and she got the SAT score she needed. But for some reason, she didn't get that acceptance letter to FSU. I would really love to know why. You don't always find out why. Not like our first story. We knew exactly why because they said, we're going to waitlist you because you didn't tell us the truth about your traffic violation. But this young lady is still in limbo and she's graduating soon. She's still in limbo, not really sure why she didn't get into FSU because she had everything to get into FSU. But getting into some of these state schools is tough because you're not 100% sure of all the criteria that they're looking for. We'll get into that in another time, but just to save yourself the heartbreak and the pain, I have worked with another young lady who really loved FSU. When we went on a college tour, she was up front, asking questions, wanted to know if the guy wanted to look at her SAT scores right now. I mean, she got herself in front of, some of the people that were making the decisions right then, and it was so exciting. She only really wanted to go to FSU, but I encouraged her to apply to other places. So she begrudgingly applied to UF and UCF and ended up not getting into FSU, but she did get into UF and UCF. She chose UF, and it took her less than a semester to fall in love with the campus and her classes. And she's still there, finishing up her senior year right now, planning on going to apply for graduate school this fall. So, just keep your mind open. I know that there's places that you love and are your number one schools. That makes sense. We all do that. You go on the campus and you can see yourself there. And you go to the food court and you know where you're going to eat every day, and you look in the dorms and you can figure out what your comforter is going to look like. We all do that, but don't keep yourself too narrowed, because in the bigger plan, there might be a better place for you. So I'm going to encourage you this fall on your applications, don't just fall in love with one place. Go ahead and do some other applications and disclose everything you need to disclose on those applications. Thank you.